Hello students, here in my lecture 4 of this chapter we are going to start exercise 3.2. In the previous exercise we had to plot the graph only. Situations we are given, according to situation we had plotted the graph, answers were not required. Now in this exercise, in first question we are given the situation. Now we have to plot the graph for the situation. So what to do? First of all, we have to form the equations in two variable, and after that we have to plot the graph of the equations, and with the help of the graph we have to find the solution of the equation. Let's see how to solve this. I am reading the first question and its first part. It contains two parts. I am solving the first one. Question is, 10 students of class 10th took part in a mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Means two kinds of personalities are boys and girls, and we use two variables for the equation. So we may assume number of boys and number of girls, x and y. Anyone can be taken first, either girls or boys, no problem. I am writing, let number of boys is equal to x and number of girls is equal to y. Now let's read the question carefully, stepwise, and see the cases. 10 students of class 10. In this 10 students, both boys and girls included. Means adding girls and boys, total number of students are 10. So in first case, in case first, what is boys x plus girls y is equal to 10. Equation number 1. Got it? Now come to second situation. Given number of girls is 4 more than number of boys. Means boys and girls are not equal in number. So in second case, how to form the equation? See, these are boys is equal to these are girls. In the question, given number of girls is 4 more, means either we can add 4 to boys or subtract 4 from girls, because girls are more, and I have written equal sign between them, means we have to equalize. So why the number of girls and girls are 4 more? To make them equal, we can subtract 4 from number of girls. So equation is x minus y is equal to minus 4. Equation number 2. So we have got two equations. With the help of equations we have to solve graphically. How to solve? We have to find the points for equation 1 and 2 and we'll plot the graph and get the answer. Let's see how to write. We write from equation number 1. We can take the value of any of the variables in form of other. Like I am writing y is equal to 10 minus x. We have got an equation. Now form a table for at least 3 values, and x and y. This is x and y, at least 3 values. Now put the value of x in this equation to get the value of y. Try to take whole numbers. I am taking, put x is equal to 5, then y is equal to 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. X is equal to 5, then y is equal to 5. put x is equal to 3, then y is equal to 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. X is equal to 3, then y is equal to 7. Now put x is equal to 4, then y is equal to 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. X is equal to 4, then y is equal to 6. Now we have got the points 5, 5, 3, 7 and 4, 6. So we have got 3 points from equation number 1. Now similarly from equation 2 we will get 3 points. Write this. From equation 2, this is x minus y is equal to minus 4. Send this y this side better. X is equal to y minus 4 and form a table again for at least 3 values. Let's see for x and y. Get the value of x by putting the value of y. Suppose I am put y is equal to 4, then x is equal to 4 minus 4 is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. Put x is equal, y is equal to 7, so x is equal to 7 minus 4 is equal to 3, y is equal to 7, this is 3. Put y is equal to 5. Put y is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. This is x is equal to 1, y is equal to 5. So our points are 0, 4, 3, 7 and 1, 5. Just observe the points we have got. In this we have 5, 5, 3, 7, 4, 6. In this we have got 0, 4, 3, 7, 1, 5. By chance, sometimes it happens that any of the points is common, like 3, 7 in first equation and 3, 7 in second equation. This point is common in 2 equations. Means if these 2 points are common, 3, 7, 3, 7 in 2 lines, it means this is the point of intersection of 2 lines and this will be the answer of the solution. This happens by chance, not every time. So we have got the points. Let's plot the graph and get the answer. Axis, y-axis and x-axis. First you must write the scale. Scale is important. How to write? This is origin O, OX and OY. So all points are positive. So we will have the points in first quadrant. Like I am writing, let on OX and OY 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeters or equal to 10 divisions. 10 divisions means you can observe in the graph sheet a small square and small divisions, that is number of divisions are 10 in that square. So that is of 1 centimeter. So you can write 1 equal to 1 centimeter or 10 divisions. Alright. Now let's plot the graph. First form the grid. This is suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maximum value is 7. Here also we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now let's plot 5, 5. X is equal to 5 and y is equal to 5. Maybe this point and mark this and make it visible by encircling the point. Second one, I am taking some Second one 3 7, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 7 is this point. You can write the point. This one is 5 5, this one is 3 7. Another one is 4 6, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 6, maybe this point 4 6, 4 6. You see, all 3 points are in a line. If you join them, you will have a straight line. See, and write the equation on this. This equation is x plus y is equal to 10. Let's plot another graph. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. This point 0, 4. Second point, we have 3 7. Already we have point 3 7 and 1 5. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 5. This point. Again you will see that all these 3 points are in a line. Join them. So you will see that these two lines intersect each other at this point 3 7, and write the equation. We have x minus y is equal to -4. Now how to write the answer? From point of intersection, draw the perpendiculars on axis. See, I am drawing the perpendicular like this with a straight line or with dotted line. See, and here, see. So on x-axis 3 points are, on y-axis 7 points. So what is there? X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 7. And what is x? X is the number of boys and y is the number of girls. So you can write the answer. Boys is equal to 3 and girls is equal to 7. You can check the answer also. Total number of students 3 plus 7 is 10. In first equation it is correct. Now given that number of girls is 4 more, so girls are 7, boys are 3, girls are 4 more than boys. It means your answer is correct. Is it okay? Now in our second question, second part of the same question, I am reading the question. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50, whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens cost rupees 46. Find the cost of 1 pencil and that of 1 pen. Once again we have to form the equations and we have to find the solution of the equation with the help of graph. Let's see, two items are pencil and pen. So we can assume two variables, like I am writing, let cost of 1 pencil rupees x and cost of 1 pen rupees y. Now in first case, in case first, what is given? 5 pencils, 1 pencil cost x rupees. So 5 pencils 5x, 1 pen cost y rupees, then 7 pens 7y, and together with 50 rupees. Means we have 5x plus 7y is equal to 50. Equation number 1. And in second case second, 7 pencils means 7x plus 5 pens 5y is equal to 46. Equation number 2. Now we have got the two equations. We have to plot the graph for the equation and get the answer. Here I would like to add very important point for you. Just observe the equation. We observe that coefficients of x and y are interchanged in two equations. In first equation it is 5x plus 7y, and second equation 7x plus 5y. If you get this kind of situation, then you can make your equations easier. And here is a method, means you can change this equation into simple form. And the criteria, whenever the coefficients of two equations are interchanged, then this will be applied. So what to do? You can add these two equations once, and once you can subtract the two equations. You will get two simple equations which will help you in the solution of the equation, whether you are plotting the graph or you are finding the solution. Let's see. Adding 1 and 2. So 5x plus 7x, we have 12x plus 7 plus 5y, 12y is equal to 50 plus 46, 96. Let's see, 12 is common everywhere. You can divide the whole equation by 12. Divided by 12. So what we have? X plus y is equal to 8. Now equation number, suppose 3. If you subtract the two equations, either equation number 1 from 2 or 2 from 1, we can get the new equation. Subtracting 1 from 2, like this. Subtracting 1 from 2 means 7x minus 5x, we have 2x. 5y minus 7y minus 2y is equal to 46 minus 50 minus 4. I am subtracting equation number 1 from 2. Now 2 is everywhere common, so we have x minus y is equal to minus 2. Here you can write divided by 2. Divided by 2. Let us see equation number 4. Now your equation is very simple. X plus y is equal to 8 and x minus y is equal to minus 2. Now you have to find the point yourself this time. Very simple equations. You know how to plot the graph. Let's see, x plus y is equal to 8, x minus y is equal to 2. You will find 3 points for every equation and plot the graph wherever the two lines intersect each other, and you will draw the perpendicular from point to the axis and count the number of divisions on x-axis and y-axis. That will be your answer. Is it? So you can draw the graph of this equation yourself. Is it okay? I am leaving this question for you. Now we are coming to question number 2. Very important question and interesting question. Let's see. Question number 2, I am reading the instruction. Given that on comparing the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, C1 upon C2, find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equations intersect at a point, or parallel, or coincident. Means I have told in the beginning of the lecture, beginning of chapter, how to find the solution. 3 kinds of solution and 3 types of lines, that are intersecting lines, parallel lines and coincident lines. Now we have to find. One more thing I would like to add in this question, that will be found in question number 3. That will help a lot for you. Here clearly given intersecting lines or parallel lines or coincident lines. Sometimes you are asked about the solution. What kind of solution is? Means the lines coincident, consistent or inconsistent. Regarding the equations are consistent or inconsistent. This will be given in question number 3. So consistent means where you are getting the solution, means whether it is unique solution or many solution. If you are getting intersecting lines or overlapping lines, in that case you will say that equations are consistent. And if lines are parallel, means for no solution, you say that it is inconsistent. Got it? Means in the given equations you have to answer whether the lines are intersecting or parallel or coincident. In next question you will get the same kind of question and you have to answer whether the lines are consistent or inconsistent. Consistent means if you are getting the solution of the equation. Solution means whether it is many solution or unique solution. It is called consistent. If you are not getting solution means lines are parallel. For no solution it is said it is inconsistent. So let's see for question number 2. We have to compare a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, c1 upon c2. You know that a1 a2 are the coefficients of x, b1 b2 are coefficients of y, c1 c2 are constant. So let's find. For the first part I am doing, other parts you will do yourself. Just you have to compare and you have to write whether the lines are intersecting or parallel or overlapping. And do the first one. See, solution of first part. Let's see the equation. This one is coefficient of x in first equation. This is a1. a1 is equal to 5. b1 is equal to -4. c1 is equal to 8. In equation number 2 we have a2 is equal to 7, b2 is equal to 6, c2 is equal to -9. Let's find the ratios. See, a1 upon a2 is equal to 5 upon 7. b1 upon b2, b1 upon b2 -4 upon 6. You can reduce this -2 upon 3. And c1 upon c2 is equal to 8 upon -9. Let's compare. a1 upon a2 is 5 upon 7 and b1 upon b2 is -2 by 3. Are they equal? No. Means a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Now no need to see the third one, c1 upon c2, because this situation happens in only one case, and that is intersecting lines. Means if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, it means a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2 means the lines are intersecting, and that is unique solution. Therefore you write that lines are intersecting at a point. So this is your solution. Similarly, here you will compare a1 upon a2 9 upon 18, that is 1 upon 2, b1 upon b2 3 upon 6, that is 1 upon 2, c1 upon c2, that is 1 upon 2. Means a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, and this happens in coincident lines. This happens in coincident lines. So what to do? You have to find the ratios like this, and you will show that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, and finally you write that the lines are coincident or the lines are overlapping. In third case, see, 6 upon 2 a1 upon a2, this is 3 upon 1, this is -3 upon -1, that is 3 upon 1, 10 upon 9. So a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2, and this case happens only in no solution or in case of parallel lines. So you have to write all the cases yourself, and in second question same thing you have to do. You have to find the ratios of coefficients and the constant, and you have to answer whether the lines are consistent or inconsistent. Consistent, I told, when you are getting the solution of the equation, that is consistent means whether it is no many solution or unique solution, means getting solution consistent. If you are not getting solution, for no solution it is inconsistent. So these two parts you have to write as homework, and question number 3 is also as homework. So you have to do. If any doubt, you may ask me. You may ask me in my description on YouTube. Number is there. You can ask me on WhatsApp. Thank you very much.